Welcome back, Barstow, to another night shift. My name is Izzy and I'm here today with Mrs. Thompson.
Hello, thanks for having me, Izzy.
Thank you so much for coming. Now, I originally had you as my 5th grade teacher, but I know you've taught many different grades. Tell me about your teaching experience.
So this is actually my 21st year teaching. I was at another school for 7 years, and then I've been at Barstow for 14. And so when I came here, I taught 2nd grade and then 5th grade when I had you, and now I'm back in 1st.
Wow, that's amazing. Since you've been at Barstow for a little while, what's it like kind of seeing your students grow up and be in high school, since this is a K through 12 school?
It's funny because we were just, my 1st graders today, I have all the old yearbooks on my bookshelf, and they were pulling them out and like looking at all of the different kids. And so we were going back and, looking at, some of you when you were younger, and I absolutely love it. There's not a lot of places that you have preschool through 12 under one roof. And so I just love, seeing you guys, develop and get older and pursue your dreams. And, this is so fun sitting here. I'm so happy that you asked me to do this. So it's great. I love it.
Yeah, that's amazing. Now, I know teaching isn't the only thing you're passionate about. You clearly have great style, and I know you run an Instagram account. Tell me kind of about how that came to be, and yeah.
Well, I've always loved fashion. I think I get it from my mom. My mom's been a teacher for years, and I always used to sit, and watch her get ready. She'd wear like the teacher vests with the apples and, all the fun stuff. But she always took good care of herself, always dressed really nicely. And so I think at a young age, that was just something that I was, I loved to do. And I used to set my outfits out before school when I was younger, and I always just loved fashion and taking an interest in clothes. And my friends over the years, my friends and colleagues actually teaching here at Barstow, were like, you should start an Instagram page. And I was like, oh my gosh, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to have any followers. Nobody's going to want to see any of that. But I actually have, some followers, and it's been really fun to, hear from people that I haven't seen in a while, and, have some fun posting pictures of what I wear and hoping that gives inspiration to some people.
So how do you choose what outfits you're going to wear on a day-to-day basis?
So we've got some teachers in the lower school that I don't think they'd care if I talked about it, but they're like, I pick out my outfits Monday through Friday, and they have it all steamed and just hanging up ready to go. And that's totally not me. I'm like a spur of the moment fashion person. So this week was Teacher Appreciation Week. So I was like, oh, I'm going to run with it. So each day I did like a teacher shirt. Like today I was like, oh, I'm going to wear this school supply shirt with a peace sign on it. So it's really actually kind of how I'm feeling when I wake up in the morning, and what I'm vibing with. And so that's kind of how I pick out my outfits. Earrings, accessories are a big thing too of mine. I love, and I wore some earrings the other day, and my kids were like, oh my gosh, do you have a pair of earrings for every outfit? And yes, I actually do. So yeah, so it just depends on my mood and kind of what's trending. I've kind of, follow other fashion Instagram pages and kind of get some ideas there. But yeah.
So, kind of along those lines, do you, Spirit Weeks, tell me about how you plan your outfits for those kind of weeks.
I love Spirit Weeks, by the way. I love a good theme. I could do Spirit Weeks all the time. In fact, there's a colleague of mine that is going to a themed party this weekend, and she's like, I know you have something. She's like, so I, brought her some things. But I usually just, think about what I have in my closet and how I can, fashion always comes in a circle. Like these jeans I have on today are like bell bottom, flare jeans. I got rid of these 10 years ago because they weren't in style, and it was skinny jeans. And now they're back in. So I figured, if I save things long enough, it'll come back in style. So a lot of the stuff I have in my closet, I'm like, oh my gosh, for 80s tie-dye day, now tie-dye's back. I'm like, okay, I can rock this tie-dye shirt. But really, you can kind of work with anything for theme days. I have a lot of Chiefs and Royals shirts, so theme days for that aren't that hard. But yeah, I usually come up with something. And I always like to go all out and look silly. The kids love it, so.
So when you're going shopping, what do you look for in good pieces, or what do you say oh, this is definitely something I'm gonna get and I'm gonna wear? Tell me about your thought process behind this.
Yep. So there's always staples in everybody's wardrobes. I think you have to have a good pair of jeans, a good jean jacket, a nice white pair of pants, the basic tees, white, black. You can work with any. You can wear a blazer, a hot pink blazer over those. So I always try to look for those kind of staples that are pretty consistent and will be in style for years to come. But then you can pair it with some fun shoes or a fun blazer or some fun jeans or some fun earrings. So there's some staples that I have in my closet that I always make sure that I have to have, and then I just try to build around that.
And what are some of your favorite places to shop for these items?
Oh gosh, so boutiques, I love boutiques, like local boutiques. Twill up north is one of my favorite places. They tend to, boutiques usually are more expensive, but they always have like the unique type stuff that sometimes you don't find. But honestly, Target and Walmart, Walmart has really stepped up. Like they have some cute stuff, and Target obviously I love. So those are some of my favorite places to shop. For shoes, I usually like to, I order shoes online, but trying to think where else. I honestly, anywhere. I get put in shopping jail by my husband a lot because I just buy random things from random places. So it just depends where I find it. Amazon is the best place to find stuff too. But
so I know you just mentioned some local shops,
Mm-hmm.
and I know you were very passionate about Kansas City and our kind of culture here. What do you find makes local shops here unique and different than a bunch of big box stores?
Oh gosh, that's a good question. Kansas City, it's a town that they really love themselves. We love our city. When the Royals won the World Series is kind of when the Kansas City fashion fad, I think, kind of really took off with the Kansas City t-shirts, and now you can find them anywhere and everywhere and in every design and color. And so I think the local shops really take pride in our city. And Made in KC is another one of my favorite places because it's all local vendors and they've got some really unique things there. Yeah.
Okay, before we end, I have a quick game to play.
Okay.
It's a fun Would You Rather. So here are a couple questions. Would you rather style an outfit for a Royals or Chiefs game?
Ooh, Chiefs. Definitely.
Do you like Chiefs games better
I
than
do
Royals games?
Yes and no. The Royals, I love the Royals games, the atmosphere and out there, but the Chiefs stadium, it's amazing. I love, and I feel like with the Chiefs, it's hot, it's cold, so you can do all sorts of different, styles around that.
Yeah.
So
my problem with the Chiefs game is the weather is so all over the place.
It's hit or miss.
I'm like,
yeah.
I will only go in September when it's
Yep.
guaranteed.
It's hit or miss.
Yeah.
I have been known to buy some red ski pants to wear to games so that I could stay warm. My husband was like, "You do not need red ski pants," and I'm like, "Yes, I do. We're going to the Chiefs game." So, you could wear a stocking hat in the morning when you're tailgating, and then by the afternoon it's so hot. So, but definitely Chiefs.
Heels or flats?
So heels when I was in my 20s, flats now.
Do you have a favorite kind of heel?
I like the wedge heel. It's just being so tall, and I like the wedge heel. They're more comfortable. But I definitely, my first few years teaching, I could rock the heels, and now not so much anymore.
More neutral or colorful outfits?
Oh gosh, this is hard too. I'm gonna go with colorful. Now neutral, I like the neutral colors for like a base color, but then like I was saying, like a hot pink, blazer over the top, or bright earrings, but I'm gonna go with colorful.
Okay, that kind of leads me into my next question. Simple or statement jewelry?
Statement, for sure. Statement. I guess these are good questions. I guess it just depends on the event, but I definitely tend to go towards the statement pieces, but I do have some really good classic, like stud earrings that I like to wear. But
so gold or silver?
Gold.
Dresses or jumpsuits?
Jumpsuits.
Leather or denim jacket?
I have both. Leather.
Snake or cheetah print?
Cheetah.
If you had to dress up for a theme of your choosing, what would it be?
Oh my gosh, this is so fun. I have done many themes of 80s, and it's always I love a good 80s theme.
What's like your go-to 80s outfit?
Crimped hair. I have these awesome Reebok high tops that I got that are now back in style, that were very popular in the 80s, that I bought at like a thrift store, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna wear this to a party, and ended up, I've worn them like several times for different things. You gotta have the leg warmers, neon colors, bright earrings, all of it. I love a good 80s theme.
And what's your favorite season to style?
Fall. I like fall because, actually fall and spring, I guess more the transition seasons, because I like to layer and then, you know, be able to.
So like a dress and a jean jacket?
Yes,
or like
I love
that
a dress
sort
and
of
a jean jacket, or a cardigan and a t-shirt, something like that that, you know, you can take off if you get hot or put on if you get cold.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today. It was lovely having you.
Yes, this was so wonderful. I'm so happy that you asked me to do this.
Yes. Well, thank you so much, and we'll see you next time, Barstow.